All right, welcome back, QRLS fans. We got a banger couple series of tonight. Um, Both of them bring in playoff complications. We got Elite Inc. versus Astro coming at you first. With me, I got Mr. Drac. As always, Drac, how you feeling? How you doing tonight?
We are doing well. We are progressing and nicely. And tonight we've got some playoff implications. We could very well see a lot of playoff results decided right here, right now, especially for the Omega division. On the one side, Elite Inc., if they manage a sweep tonight, clinch the playoffs. If the Sappers later on do not, if the Sappers later on are swept by the Mustangs, if they fail to sweep, if they're able to score 1 point, they knock out the Armada, and they can still clinch if they manage 5 points, and the Sappers are cleanly swept, 0 points total. If they do get all six here, Sappers can get a point, and the Elite Inc. still clinch. For the Astro, it's win and survive. If they win their match today, they are still in the playoff picture, pending they score enough points. I do believe that even if the Sappers do sweep, Astro stay in because of the tiebreakers, although it will be tight. For our match later, Sappers are the key to determining whether Elite Inc. do clinch playoffs or not. But as always, we've said this before, Mustangs are guaranteed in. So some good matchups, some good back-to-back matchups here, especially if you are in that Omega division.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming down to these last couple weeks, it's always exciting to see which teams are going to be able to make playoffs and which teams are, going to struggle in that spot. But both these teams still technically possible for either of them to come out and still get into those playoffs. Just a lot of things have to happen for Astro, and I think Elite Inc. still decides their own fate right now. But we're getting both teams in, and we're looking to start here shortly. Drac, who do you have winning this one?
I mean, I kind of got to root for Flicks. We can't have Flicks eliminated from playoffs. I gotta root for Flicks. Give me the Astro to take the win here.
Yeah, they I'm a big Flicks fan myself. I think he has done very well in these last couple weeks. They had a struggle, they had a bad start, but they've really picked it up, and I'm rooting for them too. I just don't think they're gonna have enough to do what it takes tonight. I got Elite Inc. 2-1, and I can already see a couple overtimes in there as well, probably. But I could see this going either way. I'd like to shout out Flicks though. Thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I
So,
think we got both
trying to
these teams in here, so you want to go ahead and
trying
get
to
this thing
trying to
started?
bribe their way into some
Yeah.
favorable coverage. I see.
I mean, it could work. It could work.
It could work. So we are getting the rosters in now, the lineups in now. On the side of Elite Inc., it is Naxi, Squiddied, Vivo, the squad we've always seen. On the side of the Astro, GNFlix, Kiev, Jesusi. We're getting started now. Game one of our doubleheader is live.
Yeah, Flicks now up in the air, gets it by one, and Vivo is there to clear it on the backboard. Squiddy D, not the quite clear that you want, and Kiev slots it into the back of the net for the first goal for Astro. A huge shot there, and a huge goal there to start it off for Astro.
Only 9 seconds in, a little bit crazy start there, but Astro are going to look to continue to apply the pressure. They do need the win here. They don't need as many points as possible, but the more
Uh-oh.
points is the better chance they have. Hey, Zusi making it close here for 2 goals within 20 seconds.
Yeah, good save there from Vivo on the back foot, but now on the same side, we got Elite Inc. kind of trapped in their back half. We haven't seen much offense out of them yet too far, but now Flicks on the back foot. He's going to try and catch it around one. He gets a 50, and it's good enough to where he should get the clear here. Vivo on the back foot, but Flicks is going to almost be able to slot it over him. That's to the backboard. Kiev not quite able to make the read, and this one's kind of a stalemate on the Elite Inc. side.
Yeah, definitely. Ball still in the half of the Astro. We'll get it out. Just kidding. Vivo has other plans. Going to get the touch off the wall, except he's not because he's out of boost. Naxi with the centering attempt to Squiddy, but that gets cleared away. Kiev now on the counterattack. Pops this up. Flicks very dangerous in the air, going for the double touch, but just a little bit too wide to be able to pull it off. Jesus trying to get the center, but it gets cleared away by Vivo. Naxi with the shot, and it goes wide.
Yeah, seeing shots come out now from Elite Inc. They're getting a couple chances, but none of them have been too great yet. Now, Zusi's going to be a little bit awkward there to clear that one, and Naxi's going to be able to almost put a shot on, but can't quite get it on target. And now, I think that was Vivo that got Nope, that was not Vivo. Sorry. Now on the back foot, Flicks with a great save there to keep it a 1-0 game. Really good save there on the back foot from Flicks.
Great save indeed. Flicks kind of quietly piling on some saves. He's almost at 50, but that's not going to be enough because Squiddy is going to go and get us equal here with 3 minutes to go. Jesus off the ceiling, a little awkward, a little bit of a post hit. We'll call it a pass as Squiddy hammers that in. Vivo with the post hit assist there.
Yeah, good finish there from Squiddy and a good pass / shot there from Vivo. I mean, it could have been both. We'll never know, but you know, Vivo's going to call that a pass every single time. So that's what we're going to call it too. Flicks gets it by 2, but can't quite get it past a third. This one's going to be banged back in. Naxi already up, and Naxi's going to finish it over Kiev. I think he was pre-jumped there, and that's a really good second goal for Elite Inc.
Wasn't quite pre-jumped. I think he went off the side.
Yeah, not quite.
But still an amazing goal regardless. Just in a blink of an eye. Over 18 seconds you go from being down to tied to now up a goal. GN Flicks is going to try to change that centering attempt now, and Jesus equalizes right away. How dare we doubt Flicks? That is his 10th assist, who's not even close to anywhere near the top half, but still getting it done. Jesus with the goal.
Yeah, and it was kind of that was simple for Flicks and simple for Zusi. If you're leading, you have to increase your defense on your side, because if you're gonna let those in, then there's gonna be a lot of goals from the Flicks Zusi duo here. Now Flicks on the ball as we speak, but that one's gonna be 50 to wave. He's gonna try and get a skim touch, but can't quite get it, and Zusi's gonna 50 here. This one staying kind of middle. Flicks is gonna beat, and this one's gonna be put into the Elite Inc. corner.
And it's going to stay there for a little bit. Vivo's going to try to get this out, but Jesus up with one touch, maybe a second, doesn't quite have the boost to manage it. Squiddy's going to stall it on the wall for Naxi, and I kind of see both these teams going back and forth here. A little bit of poking and prodding now kind of slows down. Just kidding. Flicks. What are you going to do? Just kind of lobs this here. Flicks, the leader in goals in the QRLS, just going to bang one past Vivo in the top corner.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of back and forth here, and I mean, I know Squiddy was caught on the back foot there, but if you leave Flicks alone with that much time in the ball, he's going to slot at top corner every time. You cannot allow the best goal scorer in the QRLS that much time and space. He almost scored from his own backboard just there, so it just proves to know how resilient he is on the ball and off the ball. Flicks now on the defensive side, he's going to have to create something of his own here, and he does. 50's Vivo. This one's going to be back. Now Naxi going to try and collect Squiddy on the sidewall. Zusi gets it by 2, but can't quite get it by Vivo. Vivo's going to bang it down, but Flicks is there. Flicks gets it over 1, but gets bumped off for his efforts. And is this one? Oh, almost. That one almost just went in off the crossbar.
We'll go the other way now. Vivo centering attempt. Flicks there. not credited with the save, but ultimately still goes the other way. Naxi will get one on his end with the savior now. Naxi quietly putting on a show here, 465 points with the savior and one of Elite Inc.'s goals. But they're going to need another one if Elite Inc. want to win this game. GN Flicks, touch. Oh, this is awkward. Squiddy with the chance, but just can't pull it off. Jesus is going to poke this up above, leaving
Uh-oh.
Vivo alone for Squiddy. Flicks gets this away, but gets robbed once again. That wasn't not credited as a save. Evo shot. There we go. Flicks will get his savior finally. 12 seconds to go. Squiddy centering attempt to Naxi shot. Jesus with a very good save, but ball still dangerous. Flicks keeps it in the corner. Vivo last chance here to pop it out. Cleared away, and Astro will take game number 1.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure there at the end for Elite Inc. And so you don't want to write that one off as quite, quite dominance from Astro. In fact, Elite Inc. did have quite a number of shots in that game, only losing the shot battle by 1 to Astro. But yeah, if you're Elite Inc., you're definitely in the right spot. You just gotta, I mean, you really just got to get it by Flicks. Maybe add some more demos in there on, especially Flicks, to get him out of the play. Of course, you mentioned that savior for him, and also an assist and a goal, dropping 655 points for Astro.
Yeah, on the other side, I got to highlight Naxi once again. 3 saves and one of the 2 goals here. It's just quietly performing well. Vivo is the 270. But ultimately, it's Naxi the one performing. Squiddy as well. Nobody on the Elite Inc. really having a bad game necessarily. It's just sometimes when you go against Flicks, a good game isn't enough.
Yeah, absolutely. And even on the stats, you saw that the ball possession was for Elite Inc. there, 51% to 49%. So Elite Inc. were definitely in the right spot. It's just they couldn't quite get those goals in off those shots, and a lot of that, again, credit to Flicks and Zusi and Kiev on their fantastic defense that game.
Definitely. We get into game number 2 here, and we start off with Naxi getting the ball all the way to getting it to Asher's half, and Squiddy gets an early goal once more. 4:48. Only 12 seconds have gone by here before Squiddy gets the shot off the sidewall pass by Naxi.
Yeah, good pass there by Naxi and a good shot by Squiddy off the sidewall. I mean, that was just really overall a really good play from both of them. Now Flicks on the ball trying to create a good play of his own. We know that he can, but he gets demoed in the air for his efforts, and this one's just going to sit in the Elite Inc. corner, but it does get cleared down. Flicks decides to bang it back, try and create some pressure on their side. Now Squiddy's going to be able to collect this and passes it over to Naxi. Naxi back to Squiddy and 50 Zusi there. Now Flick's going to try and clear it to his corner and does so. Flicks gets demoed in the middle of trying to make a touch there. That could stall the efforts for Astro, and it will.
Flicks recording his 50th save in the QRLS, trying to chase down Kiptero at 58 and Scanty at 52. Scanty has played his match, and our stat sheet do not necessarily reflect it, so I am not entirely sure what Scanty's total is at the moment, but Flicks now also with the goal. And once again, Flicks just putting on a show here, performing absolutely well, being that beating heart of the Astro, equalizing this game.
Yeah, good. I mean, Flicks did well noticing that the goal was completely wide open, just being able to slot that in. It's really good to make your open net opportunities when they arise, because that's the difference between winning a game and maybe losing a game. So well done there. Now Flicks on the ball, going to try and create something else in the air, but Squiddy is there to stop him. Now Zusi on the ball. He sees Flicks downfield, but he's going to opt to try and 50 here. Naxi does well on that 50 though. Flicks is caught on the back foot, but Naxi can't quite get the read, and this one's going to be in the Astro corner here. Squiddy going to try and pass it to Vivo, and he does. Vivo slots it kind of top, middle, left, and no Astro player is there to save that one.
Yeah, I mean, just a good shot. Kind of capitalizing once again. You know, GM, we just highlight GM Fix doing this, but kind of taking the opportunity to score the goal when nobody's really in a good spot to save it. I mean, I think that was Jesus who's back, but ultimately he wasn't really in a good spot to do anything about it, especially with the power. Taxi with a third save or the third goal attempt, but GM Flix has absolutely none of it. GM Flix has been performing well. Jesus on 38 points and Kiev on 4. GM Flix needs a little bit of help here if the Astro want to be able to win this one. GM Flix is gonna GM Flix is gonna get a fourth save third save, sixth save this series by kind of stealing one away from, I believe that was Kiev. So maybe not entirely their own fault that they're not performing that well if they have Flicks doing
Oh no.
absolutely everything. And speaking
Oh.
of everything, almost getting the goal there. Vivo will just get the save.
Yeah, that was almost another clip of the week there by Flicks, but it does get saved. Now Flicks on the back foot. I think he does run enough interference there to save the ball from Vivo shooting that one, but now Squiddy on the ball trying to create another shot for the Elite Inc team to go up by 2, but immediately gets stopped by the Astro defense. Now on the other side, Naxi going to try and put this middle for one of his teammates. He does so. Vivo's up, but it gets saved away by Flicks again.
Yeah, Flicks now on 53, so, and a goal. Wow. All right. All right. That was, I don't have words, and I'm the one who's supposed to have the words here. Flicks just kind of going coast to coast there, getting the save, one more touch, and it's in the back of the net. Elite Inc. stunned. I can't really do a whole lot about that, but ultimately, Flicks has got the ball again, trying to get the center. He's going to leave it for a pass, but Jesus can't quite get to it in time. But the net's all the way open, and GM Flicks can't get that one. Naxi is going to break Elite Inc. back on top. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go, barely 3-2 for the Elite Inc.
Yeah, double commit there from Kiev and Zusi, and Zusi doesn't get the best touch either, so it just goes out to Naxi, and Naxi's never going to miss that one. Good job putting the open nets away. As I said earlier, having those open net opportunities and making sure that they go in will save you a game. Flicks now on the ball, gets a 50. This one is going to go out to Naxi. Naxi just decides to play safe and go into the corner, but Flicks is there, and Flicks puts it in off the pass, I believe, from Zusi. Oh my gosh, this one's a 3-3 ball game with 1 minute to go.
797, folks. That's not a new offering by Boeing. That is the point total for GN Flicks with a hat trick now and a savior. Jesus finally getting over 100 points. Kiev just needs 16 more points to do so. 1 minute to go. Elite Inc. looking to counter, but Flicks once again there. Kiev to pop, but can't get it to Flicks. Ball's going to go the other way now. Counterattack. Oh, and Flicks. Oh, Flicks. And we just highlighted how good you've been doing. And then all of a sudden your scoring instincts are too sharp. That's your own net, kid. 46 seconds to go. Elite Inc. back on top.
Yeah, I don't know if Artemis is behind in the stream or making fun of Flicks, but he said Pal locked in for Flicks, and he just owned gold. So maybe I'm reading that a little bit late too, but either way, Flicks, yeah, like you said earlier, scoring instincts maybe a little too good, scoring on both sides, but now to keep the Sappers' hopes alive, Astro need a couple goals here in regulation.
Yeah, I think this might be it for the Armada. 13 seconds to go. It's looking very unlikely that they're going to get 2, but can they get 1 to save it? 5 seconds Squiddy to Naxi to try to ice this game. Squiddy with the shot's going to be a pop. Kiev lets it hit the ground. And the Astro will lose. Their playoff hopes are still alive, but Armada is officially eliminated from playoffs. GN Flix did as much as he could, almost with 1,000 points.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty insane, but I mean, you saw a little bit of ball hoggingness in there, but I mean, that's expected from one of the top guys in the league, so.
Definitely, we are just getting geared up towards map 3, and honestly, this series could go either way. I do think Astro have it. They still have it, but Jesusi and Kiev do need to do just a little bit more. All three players on Elite Inc. outscore both Jesusi and Kiev, so not necessarily what you want, but we do understand Astro is a top-heavy team, and the top is definitely doing his part. Maybe just needs a little bit more support, but I mean, who do you think Elite Inc. take game 3 here, Norm?
I think it could go either way. I know I had Elite Inc. winning this series, but it ultimately comes down to if Flix is going to decide to take over again or what's going to happen on that end. I think both teams are pretty good, but it ultimately comes down, of course, to who plays better in the game. And unfortunately for these teams, this game is pretty big for playoff chances. So now we will see who has the better dog in them. Kiev going to try and pass it over to Flix, but Vivo stops that immediately. No funny business for him. Obviously, when you see Flix on the ball, you cannot give him space. So this one's going to be out mid. Flix going to try and 50 here, and he does. Vivo now on the ball. Kiev's the only one back for Astro. Kiev going to buy enough time for his two teammates to get back, and now Flix is back. Going to try and stall here for Squiddy, and Squiddy able to get it over to Vivo. Vivo's going to get another touch as well. Naxi gets a good bump. This one could be mid, but Vivo can't finish it, and Flix gets a nice clear over to the side.
Flix going up now, and Vivo's going to get his revenge, messing up the air dribble there. Important to note that because they did not get an overtime, the Elite Inc. cannot clinch playoffs right here, right now, but they can still make it very hard for the Sappers, who will be put in a tight spot in order to kind of keep up. Kiev with the save. Nice to see him kind of get in a little bit of form. Flix, a little bit awkward. Jesusi's got to bail him out. Flix will get credit with the save, but it was really Jesusi doing most of the work there with the pool shot save, directing his captain into the ball, but Flix with a shot now, Vivo with the save. And Flix is going to keep going here, but the ball's going to fall to Naxi, and Naxi's going to make this 1-0 early on. Unfortunate touch there by Kiev and Flix. Kind of last second, the defense kind of falters and ultimately fall to 1-0.
Yeah, just unfortunate there. Flix going to try and do his best, but Naxi, it just fell straight to him there. Naxi with the flip reset, but can't quite get it past Zusi. Now Flix on the ball. Flix going to try and take a shot, and it's over everybody of the Elite Inc. team, tying it up with 2:53 left in the final game. We are tied up.
I feel like a little bit of stat pad here. Vivo, I could have probably maybe gotten to that, but I'm scared whenever Flix is shooting as well. 1-1, we are tied up. Elite Inc. are continuing to play team ball, continuing to get everybody involved, and Naxi will get the goal there. Passed by Squiddy at the beginning there, but really this goal is mostly Naxi kind of getting a good 50 and just tapping it in. 2-1. I feel like this happens a lot. One team gets it finally equalized, and then immediate goal, and we're right back to where we started.
Yeah, I know. It happened for Astro and when we started. I mean, they obviously won the first game 3-2, and I feel like every time they scored, or every time Elite Inc. scored, Astro just came back with another one. But now it's kind of the opposite in the last two games. Every time Astro has scored, Elite Inc. has just responded so quickly, and it's really depressing to being on the receiving side of that. Flick's trying to get this one out to Kiev, but Naxi cuts it off again. Flick's going to have to clear here, and he does well, but this one's just going to go to Vivo to the backboard, and they're going to get on the attack once again. Zusi finds himself in an awkward position and forces Kiev to make a save. This one goes out mid. No Elite Inc. player decides to commit there, but it doesn't matter because Naxi ends up getting a control touch and an air dribble to the top left corner.
Amazing shot placement here, does get it around Jesus. He just barely. I do just want to shout out Kiev, 2 saves, but only 5 touches. So has been very impactful with his touches, but very conservative at that. Flicks off his own
Oh,
back
no.
wall, flip reset. All right, Flex. All right.
Oh, my gosh. I mean,
Flicks doing Flicks things, trying to get in the clips of the week.
yeah, I have to say something cool just in case it gets in there. But I mean, that was just a really good shot there from Flicks, going off his own backboard again. But I mean, what do you
We don't
do?
want to
You know?
sell the clip because then we'll have to come back with a recap. Okay, and then Naxi immediately follows suit because we can't have a goal without the team immediately responding.
Yeah.
Unfortunate touch there, Kiev, just a little too high to do anything about that shot.
Does Naxi have all 4 goals? I don't want to press tab here. Does
Yes,
he?
he does. 4
Yeah.
goals off of 6 shots.
I
Naxi's
mean,
been doing incredible. Vivo, who give Naxi the 270 because
yeah.
he's been carrying the Elite Inc. this game.
Yeah. I mean, if you're talking about a really good good save there from Astro. I'm not sure who that was, but a really good save to keep them in this. But
Kiev with his savior off the crossbar too, incredible.
yeah, I mean, if you want to give someone a MVP of this match, Naxi has done great on the offensive and defensive side for Elite Inc. So definitely one to talk about. But now on the offensive side for Astro, can't quite get a shot, and this one goes back down to Zusi. Zusi messing up his flip a little bit there. That could spell harm. And almost dunked into the net. Squiddy gonna try and get a shot on. Vivo gonna try and get a shot on too, but no Astro person has any boost, and this one's just gonna go back down to the leading half for them to collect it again.
Yeah,
Oh
3
no.
misses and an open net. Naxi with
He's on
the
a
5th. Oh man, Naxi has decided to put the Astros out of their misery. I don't think they're coming back from this one, folks.
he's on a tear. Like actually, like this might be peak from Naxi here. I'm not
Well,
kidding. I've never seen a player under 200, let alone play this good. I don't know what Naxi is. If he's anywhere under 200 rating, he's playing absolutely magnificent right now.
do we have a do we have a Flix do we have a Flix Naxi player of the week in store? We shall see. Patty might have something to say about that because he played phenomenally in his game as well. 5 seconds to go of the Astros playoff hopes, and there it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, the Astro and the Armada are out of the playoffs, leading Mustangs and Cyclones, I do believe, are still in. No, they are not. The Cyclones get knocked out as well. So in one fell swoop, Elite Inc. strikes away the rest of the sick division, leaving Mustangs all alone. GG's, good match, special, and shout out Naxi for an incredible performance.
Yeah, absolutely. A really good game there from Naxi, and I hope I think we're gonna get an interview here, and I hope we get Naxi because that would be really good. Be interesting to talk to him about some spectacular plays that he was having. Let's see if we can get one of them in here.
Yeah, I do hope to talk to Naxi because that was an incredible game three there. I do believe because Naxi was not near the top of the scoreboard, but with a quick check now, Naxi 165.
That's absolutely insane. I just like that's scoring 5 goals in one game and you're 165 is out of this world. I mean, that's
He's taken every chance he got, and he was really clear. And the team kept feeding him the ball. He had like 8 or 9 shots at the end of that match. There, I have to pull up the stream just to see this shot total. But yeah, ultimately, yeah, 8 shots from 5 goals, insane from him.
Hello,
We
hello.
do have him in the booth. Let's go, Naxi. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
Doing fantastic. 5 goals, game three. Talk about it.
I mean, honestly, if you noticed, all of the goals were assisted. Definitely couldn't have done it without that, at least. I feel like it was
Yeah.
mostly, a positioning thing, though. As in,
Yeah.
like, uh, not only mine, but the opponent's positioning. They were just off. I was able to take too much advantage of them.
Definitely. And I do also want to just hammer home that team play. Game one, game two, you all were within 100 points of each other. Game three, all 5 of your goals assisted. What's it like playing with these guys?
Honestly, it's really nice. On occasion, we'll have a little squabble about, like, a missed goal or whatever, but that's kind of always gonna happen. You can't expect to be perfect or nothing.
Definitely. I can attest to that very much. So, final question. It's also a good thing my ranked matches aren't streamed. Final question.
Mhm.
With this result, you knock out the Astro, the Armada, and I do believe the Cyclones, because the Cyclones did 2-1. So Astro, Cyclones, Armada now out as a result of this match.
Oof.
Any hard feelings there? Any good riddance, or is that just all well wishes?
None really, it's just kind of a part of the game. They might get it next season, but this season is ours.
Spoken well. I'm gonna toss this over to Norm now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any questions. I just wanted to congratulate you on a big win. I mean, you talk about a possibly season-saving win. How does that? I mean, how does that make you feel that knowing that you could have just put yourself into playoffs?
You know, it's all well and good, to be honest. Whether we would have won or lost, I would have had fun, so I feel like that's the important part.